This video is a review and unboxing of the VANTRUE S1 Pro. VANTRUE reached out to us to see if we would do a review and unboxing video of their product, as dashcam footage is a big part of our videos and how we show the areas and places we travel while living nomadically, and we were already using an older versions of VANTRUE's dashcams. We decided to take them up on this offer, and by doing so would also lead to much better footage for our videos for all our viewers. And we plan to be honest, as we don't want to support or promote products we don't actually use ourselves. So, on to the review. So as you've seen right off the bat, it came in a very sturdy box that was wrapped in plastic and even had a sticker seal, which hopefully would prevent any sort of forms of tampering or manipulation or fakery of the product. And as soon as you have that box open, there's a big cheat sheet of exactly how the wires go. I'm assuming that they may have problems with customers not getting the wires correct, so they really want to emphasize that point. Each individual component after that is packed nicely in a styrofoam foamy type material on the side of the box, and then individually wrapped in this plastic for protection. This one here that I unwrapped just happens to be the rear dashcam footage. So in this box, in this particular make and model, they've got a camera for the front and a camera for the back. So this is the camera that would face rear facing. With the fact that we are almost predominantly towing the boler, our RV, at all times, not sure exactly how I would use this. I actually even thought of maybe even setting it up for sideways recording. This next package here that I'm opening is the main camera, the front facing camera. This is the one that has to be working all the times. The rear one is an optional addition to this particular package. You can also see here on the back of the main one, they have a cheat sheet to really get you going. Once that's peeled off, you'll actually have the screen to see when you're driving what you're recording. So you have the rear facing dash cam, and you also have the front facing dash cam. Then there's also a box that contains all of the wire components to connect the dash cams together. Inside of the box with the wires, there's also one of those tools to help wedge the wires into the places where they need to be. This is a really handy tool to have to keep it nice and clean and all the wires safely tucked away. As you can see here, this is the main cord that powers the hub, the main front-facing camera for the dash cam. It is powered by the 12-volt cigarette lighter in your vehicle. And as you can see, they did something very thoughtful. They added a USB port into that cigarette lighter charging port. For us, that means we don't lose a charging port for our USB charging cords, for our phones, or for GoPro batteries, or even for the drone when we're driving. That small feature was a huge win in my books. The second box was the long cord that attaches from the main dashcam hub to the rear dashcam. And of course, inside the box comes the VANTRUE S1 Pro manual, also known as a quick user guide. Also enclosed are these two clear sheets. At first I was a little confused as to what they were, but essentially they adhere to the inside of your windshield, and then the adhesive of the dash cam then attaches to this clear plastic sheet. So the adhesive of the dash cam isn't stuck directly onto your windshield. Instead, these plastic sheets work as a buffer, or an in-between, if you will, between your dash cam and the windshield. And also enclosed is one of those microfiber cloths to wipe everything up all nice and clean, especially for those lenses. And there's the second clear sheet. This one would be for the rear dash cam. And they also come with these big fancy protected by VANTRUE decals. And that's pretty much all there is in the box, so let's get these hooked up and see how they compare. So I hooked up the new VANTRUE S1 Pro next to the dash cam that we'd already been using, the VANTRUE N2 Pro. Our hope was to not only capture some dash cam footage of the S1 Pro for you all, but also to have some comparison to the N2 Pro. One of the first things I noticed is the difference of how the dash cams are mounted onto the windshield. As mentioned earlier in the video, the S1 Pro is mounted via adhesives and the barrier that you stick in between the windshield and the dash cam. Admittedly, I was skeptical of this technique when I first found out about it. However, the N2 Pro that I've been using for the previous years used a suction cup technique. For me, it didn't take long to learn the benefit of the adhesive over the suction cup technique. As for on the really hot days when that windshield would get really hot, that suction cup would dry up and fall off, which of course in turn led to the dash cam falling down, even when we were driving at times. With dual recording 2.7K and 1080 in the back. The dash cam records in wide angle with 160 in the front and 165 in the back. The VANTRUE S1 Pro also has Wi-Fi and connects to the brand new VANTRUE app. These are some definite upgrades from my previous dash cam. That includes real-time video preview. You can also configure your dash cam settings on your phone through the app. You can also download the videos 4 times faster, GPS tracking, and you can share your videos straight to social media, all through the Wi-Fi and the VANTRUE app. Another feature that is also important for me is how much can I store? How big of an SD card can it hold? Well, the S1 Pro supports up to 512 gigabytes micro SD card. For me, that allows me to drive those 10 or 12-hour days without worrying about recording over footage from earlier that day. Not only can you control this dash cam through the VANTRUE app, but it also comes with voice control. There are different verbal prompts that will initiate the dash cam to do different functions. These voice control features allow for a more hands-free experience, where a simple verbal command can allow you to take a photo without having to push anything on the actual dash cam itself or open up the app. So next I'm going to show some side-by-side comparisons of the old dash cam that we've been using, which is the VANTRUE N2 Pro, with the new S1 Pro that VANTRUE sent us to review. As you can see, labeled on the top is the VANTRUE S1 Pro, the one that we've unboxed and opened for everyone today, and below is the VANTRUE N2 Pro that we've been using for almost the last 4 years. The dash cam that we've been using for the last few years has a 2.5K camera, and the dash cam that VANTRUE sent us has a 2.7K camera. I know different computer screens and TV screens have different resolution settings and screen settings. But for me, when I compare the two, when I look at the VANTRUE N2 Pro, our original dash cam, I see much brighter, vivid colors. The greens are greener, the blues are bluer. However, I don't necessarily feel that the colors are true to the vividness that we actually see. They seem to be almost polarized. And that can make for a much more beautiful dashcam video with more vivid greener greens and bluer blues. I have nothing against that. But I personally would say the S1 Pro colors are more true to reality, true to what we're seeing in that moment. I also feel that the VANTRUE S1 Pro has much finer details incorporated in with the video imaging. With the VANTRUE S1 Pro, you can clearly see the trees and the leaves, and they're beautiful trees. But with the VANTRUE S1 Pro, I feel like each individual leaf is clearly defined within the tree. Business signs are just that much more crisp and legible. For me, they are both great cameras. The S1 Pro is slightly more true to form when it comes to the colors, and the details are even more vivid, and the VANTRUE S1 Pro is a great camera as well. I don't think you could go wrong with either camera. The big question is, do you want that extra amount of detail and all the extra perks that the VANTRUE S1 Pro comes with, from voice control to Wi-Fi to even using an app to regulate it all? We hope this video has been helpful for those who are interested in getting a dash cam.